now, Storm Tracker 9 weather with Chief Meteorologist Justin Stapleton.
All right, so let's take a peek at what's happening outside right now. You can see just to the corner of the screen there, we've got a little bit of green starting to pop up. That's our first wave that will eventually reach the south coast, central coast, and inland here early tomorrow morning. It's not a strong one, but it'll sort of open the door to some much stronger systems that are out there just kind of swirling around. In fact, let's go out and I'll show you where those are right now on the Storm Tracker 9 live radar sweep. So what we're seeing with this first system here, as I mentioned, is mainly just, we'll call it a light little system trying to move its way out. There's a better snapshot of it there. And in fact, I'm going to stop this and show you what we've got in terms of the watches and warnings with this as well. So we've got a lot of colors across the board here. And most of what we're seeing with that, especially down to the south coast, are all flood watches and coastal flood watches as well. High surf warnings are out. Those include most of the south coast, where we could see some pretty significant breakers at times, and anywhere from around 20, 25 feet. And we've got high wind watches. That's the blue coloring you see here across the central and the north coast. Now, a lot of this is going to depend on how close this low gets to us here. The closer it gets, the better confidence we've got that we could see some real high winds along the coast, maybe bump that to a warning. What we're also watching is the closer that gets, the heavier rain starts to push in from the south. So we'll go with the watch for now. We'll keep track of it overnight tonight through the Weather Service. Starts tomorrow afternoon, goes all the way through Thursday, mainly for the central and north coast, because that's when likely you see that system swing on through. Could see the winds gusting in excess of 65 miles an hour. Timing of the strongest winds now are going to be midnight tomorrow night through Thursday afternoon. Now, what we're dealing with tonight is just the fog here in the valley. We're on 2-mile visibility in Eugene at 39 degrees. 37 in Corvallis. They are 2 miles as well. 39 on top of Willamette Pass. 28 out in Bend. 40s as you get to Roseburg and also out towards the coastline. So the fog will be here overnight tonight. Winds start to slowly pick up tomorrow. First wave tomorrow morning. Stronger one coming late tomorrow night. And then we're talking multiple days of rain, which will bring a chance for some minor flooding at times. So overnight tonight, we'll keep the temperatures in the mid to upper 30s. And here's what we've got. Our first wave starting to push on closer to us now. And this is all centering around a big area of low pressure. So we're going to see these little, what we call little extra lows or vortices, just kind of whipping off of this main system. And these will be the 4 to 5 days that continue to hit us at different waves as we go into the end of the week and the weekend. So as we head to the afternoon, we will get some breaks within that first line, but then the stronger one comes through as we go overnight in towards Thursday morning. This one's got a potential to be fairly good soaker for most of the day Thursday. And you saw, as Brian mentioned, Mount Ashland praying for snow. They're going to get hit pretty hard. And in fact, around Mount Shasta in Northern California, they've got winter storm warnings and winter storm watches out for an anticipation of the system coming through. So windy along the coast at times tomorrow afternoon. Windy again on Thursday. That's when I think the heaviest rain will be pushing through. Could see some real strong waves breaking 20, 25 feet just at the beaches too. And then we're going to stay wet through most of the week's forecast. Scattered showers, southeast winds picking up in the afternoon, around 50 tomorrow, staying in the low 50s. And notice the overnight lows really don't dip much below the mid 40s. So I'll give you an indication we've got a good strong southerly wind throughout the week, which should keep the Cascades kind of a messy mix. Snow resorts, or ski resorts, I should say, should see snow. Bend and Redmond temperatures there will be in the upper 40s and kind of a mixture of some snowflakes along with rain Thursday and then again through the weekend. And finally here in the valley, scattered, breezy conditions and wet, wet, wet through most of the week, Brian. This is our last dry day today. Kind of a catch-22. Dry today and yesterday, but we didn't see any sun because we got socked into the fog. And now, as we stir the air up, we might see some sun breaks, but it comes with a price.
Yeah, and hopefully, you know, we got a little bit of dry time in there while we didn't get the sun. Hopefully we got a little bit, because as we saw, some of that damage was, you know, a couple days late from last week's storm.
Yeah, we'll probably see that again. That's something we'll be watching as we head in towards the weekend.
All right, thanks, Justin.
Yeah.